Hey everybody, we just got back from Italy and I had this giant box of goodies waiting for me from Atlas Stationery. I've done one of these unboxings before. This is from their end of the month Discord Experience Pen sale. They have these things called nexi boxes where they just have a variety of returns or maybe slightly damaged items or discontinued, and they throw them in a box and they charge anywhere from $100 to, I think this was the most expensive nexi box I've ever seen. It was $450, but there were so many great things in here. I just went for it and I got lucky somehow, and I was the first one to claim it in Discord. So here it is. This is from last month, so August. They actually just had the September one, but I was in Italy for it. Let's jump right in. I love this new postcard. This is new. I think I'm going to save this one. It says Atlas Stationers and then thanks. We're just going to dig in. I'll start with this because this seems big. This was actually on the bottom. This is a gift bag, a Schaefer Expressions gift bag, a Leutrum gift bag. Sorry for the ring light. That's going to be a problem for just a few of these items. A Moleskine Classic. This might be the size that fits in my largest size Louise Carmen, so I'll have to see about that. I got a Pen World magazine. I love to get these. The last time I got a Pen World magazine, I was at the Chicago Pen Show, and I don't think it was either of these editions. Diamine, fountain pen ink. Ooh, autumn oak cartridges. Pretty. Look at that. Now, I don't know why I would have gotten this. I don't know if they discontinued this, but autumn oak, perfect time for these cartridges. I'm excited to try those out. I got a magnet. You really do get random things in the nexi boxes. Here's some more ink here. Honestly, I ordered this over a month ago, so I don't even know what's in here. Springfields. I guess we'll take a quick peek. I love Dominant Industry inks. Ooh, look at that. Whoa. You know, I was at the Mont Blanc store and they have a new green that kind of looked like this, and I was eyeing it today at the airport. I'm glad I didn't get it. This looks really interesting. That is really fun. And then this is Waringal Brothers Karamazov. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Let's see what's in here. Another green ink. Tough to tell. Tough to tell on that one. They show an example here. Or maybe that's it. It looks like it has some really nice wine sheening. Oh, cool. Yeah, it definitely looks like there's like a wine color sheening. I love some fun ink. Okay, I'm going really fast here. Here's some more notebooks. They just wrap it up. This was just like, I've never seen a nexi box like this one. This looks like a greeting card. So funny. I'm an ass. I forgot your birthday. I hope it was a great one. So funny. Ice Age, Stone Age, Bronze Age. Happy birthday. Old Age. Oh my gosh, so cute. Who knew? Greeting cards. I got this sticker sheet in my last nexi box. Vinyl record journal. Oh, the Pretenders. Made with repurposed vinyl records, 85 sheets of lined paper. Pretenders, that's really cool. A lot of these things I have like in a little pile that I'm probably gonna end up selling. Like that one, I probably won't use that journal, although I do remember seeing this in the pile and I'm very excited about this. I guess you can open it from the side, but I'm gonna open it this way. This is the ink archiving book. This is also from Dominant Industry. Oh, I'm gonna have to open it. But it basically has, I'm gonna open it because I'm keeping this for sure. You can do ink samples in here, and it's a really interesting way of keeping ink samples, and I've always admired it from a distance. It's really interesting. It's an interesting way to document your ink samples. It's kind of random and fun. I would love to see one of these used in action. Oh, and back here, I guess you can just do the sample with the ink. Yeah, this is really fun. Oh, there's lots of blank pages in the back. I love that. So it starts about here. So you get that much of just open pages for ink documentation. This just seems like a fun way to be artistic and play with ink. And I think they have different themes of this archiving book, but I think this one is pretty cool. Oh my gosh, there's so much to get through in this. I know there are some great pens in here. Oh, this is another journal. This one is so cool. It's got those really thick pages. Very interesting. This might be one that I would also sell. I'm just such in the rhythm with my Louise Carmen notebooks and my modular systems. And these make such nice gifts that maybe I could gift that. Gel rollers. My mom loves gel pens. Oh, this is an awesome pack. This is a 20 pack of Energels. Oh, I will love these. I will keep some of these fun colors. Sorry again for the glare. I'm filming at night. Well, those are great. Love those. I think there were like 4 fountain pens in here. And I remember this Galen leather case too. I remember a couple things. Oh, I got a TWSBI. What is this? Which one is this? Oh, fun. I do not have this color yet. I've been loving TWSBIs lately. I wonder what nib size this is. I can't see right now. So much fun. Well, this is great for fall. I'm really excited about that. Bonus. Oh, a nice clip from Travelers. I have a couple of these, but these always come in handy. This black from Galen leather is just beautiful. Let's see what's in here. Oh, what is this? 6 pen case from Galen leather and black leather. This is really nice. I wonder if it got returned because it has just these tiny little marks in the back. This is beautiful. Beautiful. I love Galen products. I have a nice little collection of their things. This is an X stamper with a smiley face, some washi tape, more washi. Oh, I see what's in here. Saving the good stuff for the end. This I saw earlier. This is a pen and it's beautiful. This is a Conklin. The color of this I thought was so fun for the season. This has almost like a crimson wine red color. It's so beautiful. I have really noticed lately too that I don't have a lot in the family of red when it comes to pens. I've misplaced my Pelikan M600 that's white and red and I'm devastated by it. So this will hold me over until that turns up. Isn't this gorgeous? Like I have Malaja wine on my nails and this looks so pretty. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Love that. I'm gonna have to try some of these things. Okay, so this is a Tombow Fudonowski pen. Use those all the time for brush lettering. Back in the day, I used to. I don't use them as much anymore. Flex Point Pentel, blendable colors. I like these colors. I haven't used these pens before. Oh, I love my aqua water brushes. A Mononoc eraser. Oh, cool, from Tombow. Like, why? These are all brand new. Color brush refill. This I'm unfamiliar with. So many things from Pentel and Tombow. Pretty exciting. Oh, another one of the little vinyl notebooks. I'm definitely going to give these as little gifts. I think these are cool. Maybe these would be good like at holiday grabs, you know? Those are cute. Some 10 sheets of washi from Kita. What is this? Ooh, drawing system. Oh, I would love this. Pale brown. Ooh, very nice. For drawing, design, illustration, and documents. Ooh, I might keep these with my watercolor things to try those out. A little address book. It's so funny, the things that come in here. What is this? This looks like a little stamp. I like this little stamp, $22. Oh, it's a Hobonichi stamp. Stripe frame. Oh, cute. For some planning stuff. So many goodies in here. My goodness. I'm really excited for this last one. Are we ready? Okay, this is something I was super excited about because I got this beautiful, I think this is the copper pelikan. I already filled it with ink. This slid out the side earlier and I'm like, I have to try this. I think it's an extra fine. This is definitely something I've wanted to add to my collection for a while. And I think this retails for, what do these sell for, 150? So now I have these two fountain pens, which I love both of them. This also came with this, which is a Fude nib. This is a Sailor Fude nib. I own this. This is only like a $20, $25 pen, but they're great for drawing. And I have a pink one. Do I have this green one? I feel like I also got this. This is a really underrated pen. I feel like there's a lot of bang for your buck with this. It's a Sailor, it's a steel nib, it's a Fude if you want to play around with it. It writes really well, and you can get, you can get a really fine line or you can get a very broad line depending on the angle at which you hold the pen, and the pink one has like a different angle. These I have, what's this? This is another Pentel rolling writer. Don't know what that is. This is totally random, made with wet molding method. It says you can stretch a pen slot with this. This is so random. I got two of these. No idea. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, a Delta. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I've never owned a Delta pen. Look at this beautiful blue. Look at the swirls in this. Oh, it's a roller ball. Oh my gosh, hysterical. Oh, that's kind of fun because I would never have bought this on my own, but I might really enjoy this. Oh my God, that's crazy. Welcome to the family. A little roller ball from Delta. It's really pretty. Wow. Look at the pens here. Also, a beautiful, beautiful Nautilus. This is my favorite model from Narwhal. It's like mermaid. So pretty. Look at the colors here. Gosh, I love that. Yeah, look at these pens. Are these all the pens? I mean, just the pens alone would pay for this entire box. And they're all beautiful. I think that's it on pens. Oh, although you know what? I've been wanting to try one of these also. This is from Tom's Studio. It's like a calligraphy pen. However, it's missing the little attachment here. Oh, and look, a Navilar pen case. How cute is that? Oh, and also my TWSBI. I forgot about my TWSBI and a couple of erasers. So that is everything. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pens. If I'm just counting fountain pens, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fountain pens. This roller ball and this calligraphy pen, plus everything else. That was really fun. I'm so happy I shared that with you. I'm going to give you some writing samples. It's actually been several days and I'm just settling in to finish up this video. And I've really been enjoying some of these pens. So I always think more time with pens is better to better understand how the pens are functioning, how they work for me. Let me give you some writing samples here. Actually, before I get started, I want to talk a little bit about the Tom's Studio oblique calligraphy pen. This was actually so underrated the more I looked into it. Okay, this is called the Bloom calligraphy pen. So you can get this in oblique or straight. I got the oblique. It's suitable for right or left-handed writers. On their website, it's $120. I believe at Atlas, it's $101. So it came without nibs, but this just opens up like this and you can put a nib right in here. I went on to Tom Studio's website and ordered some replacement nibs because the nibs for these were not available at Atlas. Now, I don't know if you can use any nibs. I just went right to the source just to be safe. And I have my iPad on an angle here because the glare is pretty bad. But if you go to calligraphy nibs, they have all of these and they're $4, $3, $2. I ordered a few of these and it's funny because I put a few things in my cart. And then I got an email that said, can I ask you why you didn't check out? So I answered them and I said, actually, it's $10 shipping. So I was just being cheap and waiting. And then sure enough, they sent me a code for free shipping, which I thought was so nice. It was a $10 savings. So I ordered some nibs and I also ordered some black calligraphy ink. I think this is going to end up being a really fun tool. That was a real added surprise to this haul. So I had already added some of these to my ink journal, but I'm going to go through them with you. I was missing one of my favorites. So I put the ink in here so I could show you like a small ink sample, but I will show you how each of these write. So this is the Pelikan Classic M200 copper with rose gold. I believe this is an extra fine nib. I love to post my pens, but I tend to like larger pens, so there are very few pens that I can still post, but this size is perfect for posting. I love this sparkly barrel with the rose gold trim. Definitely something I wanted to add to my collection. The last M200 that I bought was the Cafe that had been unavailable for a while, and then it came back into the fold. We'll write in these little boxes. This is just a little notepad from Muji. I love their paper. Oh, that's sounding a little scratchy, actually. This probably could use a little something. Maybe that's why it was returned. I really love this ink called Lion Rock. Probably gave a lot more here than I needed. That one's really pretty when it dries down. Actually feels better on more of an angle. It feels scratchier up here. This could probably benefit from a little nib Meister love. That is that. Okay, this was definitely the big hit of the bunch. I am so impressed with how this Conklin 1898 writes. These vary in price. There's one as low as $75 on like Last Chance or Doorbusters on Atlas. This was an Atlas exclusive. I love everything about this. I love the look of the pen. I love the writing experience. This just really surprised me. And the last time I got a Nexi box, I got this Conklin, which was another writer that was just amazing. Now I like the look of this a little bit better than this one, but it had this abalone and this was just such an incredible writer. The ink in here was really cool too. So this is the Durograph. This is the 1898, a more traditional. And in here I have Graphon Faber-Castell Garnet with a touch of the Choosing Keeping Oxblood, which is scented, and I love that ink. Oh, you can really see the sheen in this now. This also has a black nib. The coating on these nibs tends to make for a smoother writing experience. This is the Conklin. Roaring red. You know, if I didn't know better, I would think that said EF. But this does not seem like an extra fine to me. But boy, is this great. You can see a little bit of feathering here because that's from the scented ink that I am obsessed with, but it makes everything bleed and feather. So I just put a touch of it in there because I love the scent. There are also Conklins upwards of over $200, like a certain Jonathan Brooks primary manipulation pen right now, but they run anywhere from $75 to over $200. I would say the average being about $150, and they have some really great Conklins on Doorbuster special for $100. So I'll be sure to leave the Atlas link below. You don't get any additional savings on Doorbusters or Last Chance, but typically if you use my code Time with Tata, you'll get 10% off, but not on Doorbusters. I think that this is the winner for me in this lot. Although I think that this Delta was such a treat. I'm actually gifting this to Jay. I just want him to be my pen pal, and he never writes with fountain pens. And I'm like, I think I have one you're actually going to love. So this is the Oasis 360, and wow, does this write so nice. I mean, I do not write with anything but a fountain pen, like 99.9% of the time. So to find something that writes so nicely like this, and this has an interesting thing inside. It's the Schmidt capless system. That's all it says. I'm just not familiar with these. It says 310 at the bottom. I don't know what people typically use, but this seems to be working great. This is the Oasis blue. I think this is a ballpoint. I said it was a roller ball earlier. Wow, this is so great. So a great everyday writer if you want something that's a little next level. Here is the Fude pen, the Sailor. I first heard about these pens by watching an art channel, and somebody was talking about creating art with fountain pens, and she recommended this pen. To be honest, I didn't think that Atlas sold this. This is a medium fine nib, and you can see that it has that bent nib. Sorry for the ink on my hand because it's a little Fude nib. So I will write Sailor here, and this, I'm just using the ink that was in here. Go like this, and then it's kind of a weird angle. Yeah, I don't know how much ink is in here. This kind of has a funky nib. It really goes up. The pink version of this that I have, I feel like is more like a 45-degree angle. This seems like a pretty extreme angle. But you can see how I can get these really broad lines. And then if I come further up, they can be a little bit more fine. And this is just a cartridge converter pen, and I'm just using what was in there. This says Sailor Japan Black, so this just must have been the black cartridge that came with it. So no frills, but kind of fun if you want to play around with a Fude nib that's pretty reliable and inexpensive. Next up is my TWSBI, and I was really excited about this. I recently put a bunch of my TWSBIs just in a container because I use them so frequently, and they were taking up a lot of space in like my drawers, so I just kept them out here. I think my friend Julia did the same thing on Julia here. However, when I first started using it, it was really leaking. Like I would write for a while and then I would get this glob of ink that came out. I've had issues with TWSBIs in the past. I've had a really, really good run with my TWSBIs lately. And I put, what did I put in here? Jacques Urban Cornel de Egypt. I love this. It has like a silver shimmer to it, and it's a fantastic orange color. But let's see if this has calmed down. What did I say for this color? Heat. This is the Eco Heat. And if you go on to the Atlas website, this is not available any longer. So I'm just trying to see if I can get a glob to come out, or if that was just from filling it for the first time. I mean, it would like really glob out. Anyways, the writing experience is great. This looks like an extra fine, which is kind of fun because I don't typically get extra fine with TWSBI. And look at how nicely it handles the shimmer. Honestly, sometimes when I first ink up a TWSBI, it has a tendency to burp and make a mess. And I've learned to kind of just try to do a little sample for a TWSBI somewhere off to the side when I first fill it. And then that way I don't have like an unfortunate experience like in a journal entry or something like that. So this seems to be doing okay right now. I keep flipping it over because you would really see the glob like come down the channel here and it would make a mess. Maybe we are in luck with this. Let's see. It is extra fine. I don't have many TWSBIs with an extra fine nib, so I'm pretty excited about this. And I love this color, and it's perfect for Halloween, and I don't think it's available anymore. You can still get saffron, which is, you know, a little bit more golden, but this is really fun. I did a post the other day about how my TWSBIs, when they are all together, they just look like fall, especially with the addition of this. Last month, I got matcha in the last nexi box that I had. This needed a little bit of coaxing. Like I needed to mess with this nib, which I think is also, all right, this is a fine nib, and this nib is just not as juicy. It writes much drier than this extra fine. So little inconsistency there, but I've been loving all of my TWSBIs. Look at the color arrangement, how beautiful this is for fall. And then this, so yeah, I'm definitely a fall girl as demonstrated by my TWSBI Eco selections. Okay, last up is my narwhal. I've kind of decided that I don't love the narwhal in-house nibs. I appreciate that they do their nibs in-house because not a lot of people do. And the first one that I bought was a broad nib and I absolutely loved it. These are all of my narwhal Nautilus and it's so funny that I've ended up with so many of them. Actually, this one isn't the Nautilus because it doesn't have the holes. I'm not sure. Is this the Voyager? I'm not sure the name of this. But this was the first one that I got at the Orlando Pen Show, which was the first pen show I ever attended. And this is a broad nib and I absolutely loved this. It's also ebonite and I just have such good luck with this nib. I haven't used this pen in forever, so it's gonna take a little time. Let's put this ink in here because I feel like this would look good. Okay, now we are totally deviating. Oh, that's very bright. I was not expecting that. But it looks like this has some sort of a deep sheen. Let's see how that dries down. And I should probably do a sample down here too on Tomoe River because it always looks a little different. And I will write this ink beneath. So, and we're going to sample the other one as well. While that is drying, I am going to ink this up. Okay, so as I was saying, this was my first introduction to narwhal and I had such a great experience. I feel like I've been kind of chasing this pen ever since because I love the model. This was ebonite. I feel like you get a lot of value. I paid $100 for this from Jimmy. He's an older gentleman who goes to all of the shows, kind of has a southern accent. He was very sweet. I went over to the narwhal table because I wasn't sure what size nib this was and they told me it was a broad nib. So let's just write this ink. You can see what a beautiful writer this pen is. I think that is a nice match for this pen. Sorry you're under all the artificial lighting here. It's just late. It would actually look very nice in this pen too. Very, very saturated. Super saturated, but very nice. Here, I put Sailor Koke in here. And see, it's taking a little longer to dry over here. Look at that. That deep, deep ink did not go through. I love my Muji paper. Okay, let's move on to the next sheet here. So for whatever reason, I always feel like the nibs on Navillars have like, I don't know, something holding back the ink. I don't know if it's just because this is a finer nib, but I just feel like there's something in between the nib and the paper that just makes the experience not the best for me. This is a pretty good writer. Again, I haven't written with this in so long. Jay surprised me with this. I need to clean this one. This was the Cancun pen. We were going away for our anniversary and we were going to Chicago and he gave this to me at the airport. So I will never get rid of this. It reminds me of Jay and our trip to Mexico for our anniversary. And then this, I just couldn't resist because this was an Atlas exclusive and I just loved this resin. I loved the black with the sparkle and that rose gold. I just thought was so beautiful. This one is a pretty decent writer, but I find these two, yeah, this one's looking pretty good actually. Doesn't that like rose gold ink look so nice? I'm not even sure what ink is in here, but I love it. So these two I absolutely love. This one I love for sentimental reasons. And this one is probably the one that I'm not really too enthusiastic about. I wasn't enthusiastic about this one at first, but now it seems to be doing great. So maybe they just need some time to open it up. See, now that's a little juicier. Maybe I just need to, you know, it's a very stiff steel nib. There's no bounce whatsoever, which I don't always mind as long as that ink is flowing. So maybe this pen just needs some time with me. That's why I like to save my reviews, but these are really beautiful pens from Navillars, and I feel like they are often on special. So if you like this style, I love that you get an ink window. I mean, this one for $100 with an ebonite pen and an ink window was, I think, such a deal. Two of them have the rose gold trim in the center, which is really pretty. And then this has the silver trim and then the gold trim. Yeah, I do love my Navillars. They are pretty. Let's test out this ink here. The Spring Fields. I don't know if I'm gonna put that in a pen right now because I have so many pens inked up, but let's just test this. Oh, I feel like I need to shake this. Is this neon or something? Some series, Pearl series. Ah, okay, this ought to be interesting. We are shaking this up, and you know what I want to try again. I don't know if you watched my Italy haul, but I got this Murano glass dip pen, and I was kind of struggling with the ink, and I'm wondering if this pearl ink is thicker, more like a calligraphy. We'll see how that works. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, hold on. Real life happening here. Well, you get a good idea of what the ink looks like. I just lost half of the bottle. I'm just praying that this isn't dripping through on my new carpet, so I'll be right back. That was the worst ink spill I've ever had. Thank God nothing got on my rug. And I just had a remnant rug cut to put under this desk. Luckily, this is probably not a color I would use all the time. It did not work with the glass dip pen. I really just need to use the proper thicker calligraphy ink for that. So we're gonna go with this Kakamori nib and see how this does. I don't really even know where to put it on that page now. I'm so distraught. Okay, so this is called Springfields by Dominant Industries. Let's see how it writes. Remember, this is their Pearl series. That is really fun. Springfields with an S. I'm very gun shy. I don't want to do too much. I love the line widths you can get with the Kakamori dip pen. So this is a very unique color ink. I probably wouldn't use it all that often, but it's really fun. I feel like it could be really fun for like a Halloween, like glow in the dark potion type of vibe. It is called Springfield, so it would obviously look nice, you know, perhaps if you're drawing some leaves or something fun like that. You can definitely have fun with this ink, you know, but make sure you don't spill it because it will make a mess. So it definitely leans towards this yellow fluorescent-y color. When the colors separate, you get that pooled up pearly look. You can see it swirls in here. This would be really fun in a TWSBI, actually. This would be a beautiful ink to play with in a TWSBI. But I think I'm just gonna tuck this away for a while. That is quite a way to end my little haul here. I love all of the surprises that come with the Nexi boxes. I always feel like I get my money's worth. I explore pens and brands that I otherwise wouldn't. I always have some things that I can gift to friends, a few things that I can sell, and it's always a blast to share it with you here. So if you enjoy these types of videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you had fun today, hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back soon with another video. Okay, bye everybody.